Alrighty, welcome to this week's edition of the 10X Business Owners Mastermind Group Call. And so this week, what we're going to talk about is how to systematize your business. Been doing a lot of this work recently. Just brought on a new client today, and the number one goal he has in his business is to get things systematized to where the business can run without him. And so a long time ago, I came up with this system right here, 4 lists to systematize your business. And for the sake of those people that only listen to the audio only, I'm just going to kind of read through this document. And for those of you that actually go on and watch the video, you'll have this on the video as well. And then I'm going to share these documents out with everybody in this group on top of that. So basically, in order to get your business to the point where you're left to do the 1 to 3 things that you're great at, which is ultimately where you really want to go, is getting your business to where it operates without you. Well, how do you get there? Well, this is the process that I've used for years. And so let me go through it. So it says, as your business grows, there will come a point where you will need to scale it beyond yourself and a few staff. Unless your goal is to be everything to everyone, this exercise will help you get your business to the point where it can operate without you. Warren Buffett, the billionaire tycoon, once said that there are only 1 to 3 things a business owner needs to be doing in his or her business, and by getting the business to that point is what makes it a successful business. And that's in my experience as well. There's 7 companies that I built from scratch. 3 of them multi-million-dollar businesses, and the only way we were able to get there is doing this right here. And so I want to go through this step by step. I want to give it to you on a silver platter, so now you have some action items that you should go do this week to get you at least create a plan on how to get there. And so I'm going to attach an Excel spreadsheet. And so here's how the exercise works. You're going to use the Excel template to make a list of everything you do in your business in column A, and how much time you spend on that task each week in column B. If you have employees, here's a key thing. If you have employees, like the client I took on today, they have lots of employees, you want to give this exercise to each one of those employees to do the same exercise. Once step 1 is completed, you want to put an X in the appropriate columns C through E. And I'm going to put the spreadsheet on the screen here in a minute. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Once you're done with step 2, in step 3, you're going to sort that list based on column B, with the task that takes up the most time being at the top. Step number 4 then is now you're going to be able to create a plan to either delegate, automate, or outsource each one of the tasks in columns C and D. Once complete, step number 5 is once complete, repeat this exercise twice a year minimum to make sure you're only doing the 1 to 3 things that you should be doing in your business to get the most out of your company. And so let me pull up this Excel spreadsheet, and this is what that list looks like. So let me blow this up so we can see it. Okay. So you want to write down what the business task is in column A here. The time per week in terms of hours or minutes, whichever you choose. I would do minutes because some tasks only take 5 minutes to do, but you want to capture that. Then in column C and in column D, you're just going to put an X. Okay? You either don't like to do it and are not great at it in column C. And then column D is going to be what's left over. You like to do and you are great at doing it. Then when it comes to column E, F, and G, you're going to ask yourself, either, you know, if you don't know where to begin with this, then bring this homework to the next 10X Business Owners Mastermind call. Apply for a hot seat, and I will go through this list with you and help you do columns E, F, and G. But you want to ask yourself, okay, can I delegate this task, even if it's something you love to do? Can I automate it? You want to put an X there. Can I outsource it? And once you're done with this exercise, you're going to have a roadmap on how to systematize your business. The reason I resort this by the amount of time it takes per week is because I can get the biggest return on my investment in this exercise by eliminating the task that takes up the most time that I should not be doing in the first place. Okay? So give me an example. In my business, I have to generate leads. Well, first I have to do marketing. Then I have to generate leads from that marketing. Then I have to call those people and set an appointment. Then I have to run the appointment. Then I have to close them on either a strategy session or one of the programs I have, etc. Well, I don't want to do the marketing. I don't want to do the qualifying of the leads. I don't want to do the appointment setting. And I just want to be able to run the 10-minute call, which I'm actually going to automate and delegate that part as well. But the first part is completely outsourced. I don't do any of that stuff. And so now when I bring on a new client like I did today, probably 80% of the work that goes into that new client I just brought on today is going to be delegated between Jenny, Laura, Jeff, James, and Roberta. Those 5 people are going to do the majority of the work because it's not a good use of my time. A good use of my time would be to go out and generate new business. And so what I want you to do with this exercise is take this exercise, and I want you to execute on it. And if you need help with it, you got one of two choices. You can either apply for a hot seat and be on next week's call or a future call down the road, and send me your list ahead of time, and then we're going to be on the call, and I'll walk you through exactly how to create a plan out of this to get your business to the point where it can be automated, delegated, or outsourced. That's one choice. The other choice is you can schedule a one-on-one strategy session with me, and we will get together, and we'll go through this, and we'll knock it out, okay? So that's what I have for you today, because this is a lot. And if you start where your business is at right now, you're going to save yourself a tremendous amount of time going forward. So with that said, let me stop sharing here and let me open it up to Q&A. So Dan, you're the only one on the call today, man. Good for you. So how can I help you out today?
Well, actually, what we're talking about is I was literally took the dogs out 20 minutes before this call so that they would do their business. And that was the thing I was thinking about is I gotta start defining these roles. Because I'm a service-based business, and it's almost like, a lot of my customers are service-based. They're plumbers, they're electricians, they're those kind of people that are in the same boat. You cannot grow your business if you are the everything. So defining the roles, figuring out where I'm going to outsource those sort of things out. It's not so much I need to prioritize my tasks so much. I already know what needs to be done. I know what roles need to be filled. It just needs to be defined and the process is done. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'm going to disappoint my customers, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. This is it's very simple to do this exercise, but it takes time. And so what I would do is time block. Right? Time block, set aside, an hour or 2 hours to just work on this. And the thing is, once the hard part is done, then you now have it in an Excel spreadsheet. So the next time you do this, 6 months from now, you don't have to recreate the wheel.
Right.
Right? And because it's like one of the virtual assistants, like Laura, does my content writing. Like I only use her 12 hours a month. That's it. But she gets so much done in that 12 hours. Right? So I don't have to hire an employee. I just need to figure out what is the skill set needed for this task and then go out and find the skill set.
And that's one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to hire full-time staff at this stage.
No, there's no reason to. I only have one W-2 employee. That's it. And we do well over $600,000 a year, and I only need one employee. Everything else is outsourced.
Yeah, at some point, went down the road, I see myself hiring someone to manage the outsourced resources, and at some point, I'd like to be that way. I can step back. My goal in 2 to 3 years is actually to be able to step away for the most part.
Yeah. I'm a fifth company that I built, Synapse Business and Technology Solutions. I bought that company for $250,000, and they had no systems in place. That's why I bought it. They had this huge captured base of clients, but no systems in place. So I fired every employee and hired my guy, Brian Kataska, and I put him in charge of managing the outside resources. So I outsourced 90% of that business to 2 different companies, and took about 18 months. We grew it to $750,000 a year in 18 months, and had no employees except one. And his sole job was to manage the outside resources, and that's the skill set I hired him for.
Right.
And so when I went to sell in June of 2013, I was able to get close to 6 times its valuation because of the systems that were in place. And so, same principle that you have. It's like where you're at right now. If you start with this at your level, and then over time, you systematically find an outside resources to manage that skill set, put them in charge of creating a process, a system, a procedure for it, and have a place to capture that information. Now you have a sellable business.
Exactly. Well, it's not just a sellable business; it's a functioning business because it
runs without you.
My
president to run it, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't do it. You can't do it without systems and standards and all those things, because I've been through that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you clear on what to do on this exercise?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help you out with today?
Yeah, but no, you can't.
Okay. Well, we'll do a side call after this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, as far as the group call, is there anything else I can help you out with today?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, let me put you on mute here. All right, everybody. That wraps up our call for today. So go back and listen to this call. Definitely, you want to take action on this and go out and make it happen. And we'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Take care.